Yay Networks.
Parenting is such a breeze, oh, but it would bring you to your knees if it weren't for Chatty Daddies. Oh, yeah, the Chatty Daddies.
Welcome to the Chatty Daddies, a podcast from three dads who are just trying to figure it out, right?
Sure.
And before we started recording, somehow a memory came up where we were talking about having a TV in the kitchen. Because I vividly remember having a TV on during breakfast while getting ready. We were always watching the Today Show. Mm-hmm. I remember at night we would always be watching the news while we ate dinner. Maybe we were watching Everybody Loves Raymond or Seinfeld.
Yeah.
We had a little, 15-inch TV sitting on the counter somewhere.
And not to be old guy, but two things have ruined that. The open concept floor plan.
Exactly.
Now you can see the TV from the kitchen.
Same. That's
already.
what it's like
Which
in
is
my
great.
house.
And it is great, but no TV in the kitchen anymore.
It was a selling point with the house we bought last year. Mm-hmm. The fact that you could wash the dishes facing the TV.
Right. That is nice.
That was a big time selling point for us.
Totally. Now, Gwyneth Paltrow had her kitchen redesigned so that she could have the stove where she could see the kitchen, so that while she's cooking, she could still talk to the family and stuff.
You're at the stove like a couple minutes while you're stirring and then moving away from it. You know what I mean? But the dishwashing, you're steady staying there for a minute.
True. Very true.
You know?
The other thing is we all have it on our phones now, so we're all just, if we want to watch something, just prop up our phone.
That's exactly what I do when I'm doing
TV.
dishes. I'll pull it up on my phone, pop an AirPod in, and watch whatever, TikTok or YouTube, whatever I'm watching.
And so how big was your TV in the kitchen back in the day?
Maybe, I don't know. It was a square.
Right. It was like, was it one of the deep ones? Like you wouldn't have had a flat screen.
Wouldn't have had a flat screen.
Yeah.
It was just kind of I would guess 10 inches by 10 inches,
right.
12 inches by 12 inches, maybe.
I had one like that, the exact same,
Had some antenna on it.
Yeah, and then Nick was, before the podcast started, he goes, did you guys have a TV in your kitchen? And this may come to a shock to you guys, but we didn't even have a TV in our living room.
Where'd you have it?
Yeah.
The TV was in my parents' bedroom.
That was it? That was the only place for the TV?
That was the only TV we had. It was, I believe, I want to say 19-inch. Seems about right.
Sure.
Yeah.
19-incher. Color, of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in my parents' bedroom up until I turned, I believe, what's sixth grade?
Hey,
12,
11, 12.
I'm sorry. Fourth grade. Fourth grade, they got me this red TV. It was a display at Walmart.
Nice.
That was a 13-inch monitor or television, and I was able to put my Super Nintendo on
There you go.
Awesome.
So we had my little tiny red TV in my bedroom, and then my parents had the big 19-inch TV in their bedroom, and that one had the cable. So if I wanted to watch cable, I had to go in there.
So what'd y'all do, like talk to each other at dinner or breakfast?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Man, I vividly remember so many times, like, someone would call on the house phone. This is just dating us, whatever. They would call on the house phone. My dad would mute the TV.
Yeah.
And then he would get on the phone, and if it would be someone like soliciting and being like, we're eating dinner. And hang up.
Yeah, because back in the day, we couldn't pause the TV. It was, if they called, you were missing whatever was going on with the show.
Man.
You know what bugged me, though, guys? Because I moved out at 18. Moved out. And we lived in apartments my entire life. Within 2 months of moving out, or 3 months, my parents somehow managed to buy a house.
Like what?
Like a
Hello?
house. It was further north and far away from
Yeah.
the high school I went to, so I think that's why they held off on this. But they bought this house about 40 minutes away from San Diego in a place called Temecula. And not only did they get their first house ever with a garage and everything, but they put a TV in the living room.
Wow.
And I remember walking in the first time to see this house and going like, oh,
You guys.
you guys put a television in the living room for my sister? Because obviously that was for my sister, not for me. And I took that personal.
Your sister was way younger.
She
They were
was.
tired.
Yeah,
They were
she was-
tired. They
she was way
needed to.
younger.
So at what age do you get a kid a TV for their room?
Great question.
I had one growing up.
I had one at the age of, what year did I have to do some math. JC, when did you get a TV?
I believe, it was about 4th or 5th grade, I think, is when I
Okay.
got my TV. So 9 or 10, which is when we got Case in his first TV. He has a little TV now in his bedroom where he can watch some Roku.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
So the Nintendo 64 came out on June 23rd, 1996,
Okay.
meaning I would have been 8 7, 8, somewhere in
when you
there.
got it.
Because
Yeah.
I know I didn't get it the day the Nintendo 64 came out, but whenever a year or so after that, I would have been 7 or 8 years old. That's when I got the TV and the Nintendo by Uncle Joe. Joe was not very good with his money, but he bought some real good gifts.
Is this,
I love Uncle Joe.
is this a real uncle?
Racking up credit card debt. Oh, no. Joe was my mother's boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh, they were
Uncle Joe.
Got it.
So Joe is just in your life for a season.
Yeah. Okay, so where are TVs in your house right now? If we're just going to talk TV, how many do you have and where are they? 1,
2,
And how many have you watched in the past year?
3, 4. I have 4, 5 TVs.
Yep. Wow.
5.
Think about yourself as a kid. You now own 5 TVs, and I bet they're all
5
flat screen
TVs. Yeah.
and decent sized. Man, look at my younger self would think I'm awesome. I have 4, and 2 of them never get turned on.
Yeah, one
Really?
of mine never gets turned on for sure.
Oh, they all get at my house. They all get used. Let me see. I got 5 in my house.
Are any in a particularly weird spot?
No, I have one in my bedroom.
Yep.
My wife was anti-TV in the bedroom, but I fought that and I got my way.
Right.
Basically, the only thing I got my way.
You showed her.
Yeah, and it was a TV. I bought it. I didn't buy it. I won it at a Christmas party. And then we have the living room. We have I mounted one on the patio outside so I could watch.
Awesome.
Game
Like when it's
changer.
nice, when we're out in the pool to watch a little bit of football or whatever. I don't know. We have one upstairs in the kids' playroom, and then Kaysen's little tiny television. But I did get hit up over the weekend by my boy Paul,
Okay.
who said, "Hey, I accidentally, and I don't know how you do this." He said, "I accidentally bought an extra TV.
As you do.
Do you want to buy it off of me, or should I return it?" And I'm trying to find a reason
To buy it?
to buy it.
Why?
Because he's going to sell it to me. It's a TV that he said it's like a 65-inch.
Okay.
Good deal.
Normal price, I believe, was $2,300. He bought it for a discounted price for about $15. He said he'd give it to me for $12. Just for the whole hassle of having to ship
I mean,
it
it
back.
sounds like a nice TV if it was originally $2,300.
For sure.
TVs can be, you can get a TV for
Yeah.
$700 right now.
I know.
But what are you going to do with it?
I don't know. Watch it somewhere.
See, I think you have to have an idea of where it's going to go.
Totally. Now, I've been pitching ideas to Kara of where we could put another TV, and she is pro one, anti the other.
Okay.
And so I just want to see which one you
Give
guys...
me the options. Don't tell us
exactly.
which one.
Okay.
Exactly.
We'll tell you which ones we're down with.
Okay, so the 2 places I want to put a TV are on the porch outside like you, JC.
Okay.
And in the bathroom over the tub so that if you're sitting in the bathtub, you can watch it.
I personally think outside is better.
Here's the thing. Here's why I'm going to agree with Nick. While I think having a TV in the bathroom is a great idea, it's a luxury idea.
For
right?
sure.
Because how many times have you taken a bath?
Couldn't tell you the last time I took a bath. Does Kara take a lot of baths?
Both Kara and I we enjoy a bath.
Oh, you're bathers.
We don't bathe together. We don't have a big enough tub to
Yeah.
bathe together. We've tried that one time.
when
and
is
it's
the last
awful.
time you took a bath?
I mean, it's been probably within the month of April.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
So in the last month.
So
Wow.
now I don't know. I'm not a medical person. I just go off of what I've heard before. And I've heard that heat shock proteins will help you recover from a workout, will help you keep from getting sick, things like that. So whenever you get in a really hot bath, your body starts of course, flushing toxins when you sweat and all that stuff, but also makes your body create things that help fight off other bad things. That's what I've heard. So I also have trouble sleeping. So on like a Friday night, I'm like, I'm going to get a good night's sleep tonight. So I'll crank that knob as far to the hot as possible and just let it fill up my entire hot water heater and just be miserable for an hour. But then I'm dead asleep.
Okay.
Bubbles?
It's either a bubble. Kara likes the bubble. I like the
bomb?
the salts. So I just buy the bubbles that are the exact same smell as the salt.
Okay.
And,
So
I give it.
You would be using the
We
TV
would.
in the bathroom, but
Yes.
but the TV in the patio would be a better idea because it would be a community usage. thing.
Right.
For sure.
So imagine you're having a nice little family get together. There's a football on Thanksgiving. Let's
Sure.
go there. Let's go
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, and that football game is on, and you and the father-in-law are like, "Hey,
Yeah.
let's go outside and smoke a cigar."
Yeah.
You don't want to miss any of the Cowboy game.
Kids are playing in the backyard.
We're
Kids
throwing
can
the
play it,
ball.
throwing the ball, and the game's still on back there. People sit down and watch. Some people having fun outside,
Grilling the turkey.
grilling it, whatever.
So where
I
does
don't-
she want to put it?
Yeah, she doesn't want it outside.
Why not?
What?
Why
She doesn't think it's a
not?
good idea to have it outside. She was like, maybe I guess if we have like a nice swing set, we don't have a pool.
Does she think it's tacky?
I think that she gets the
But
feeling
one
that
in the bathroom is not tacky.
see, I don't think she sees. She thinks other people will not see it.
True.
You know what I mean?
That makes
like,
sense.
It's probably not going to get some sort of weird film on it because it's been sitting outside in the snow and the heat, and then getting back and forth, and it becomes dingy.
How big are you getting the TV if you get in the bathroom?
In my head, it's 65 inches.
no,
in my head.
no.
That would be
Trey, no.
incredible. Trey needs to buy your friend's TV because he has the perfect place
Yeah,
in his
this is it,
bathroom.
dude.
Boom, right there.
I got one for you if you want it. You just got to mount it on top.
Oh, so I guess the bathroom TV is probably not going to make it. Everybody's laughing at me, but Carol wants it.
Where's your shower in relation to your bathtub?
Completely on. I mean, it's completely separate.
Could you watch the TV from the shower?
Ooh, no.
You couldn't?
So that's pointless. You're
So-
right. That's the deciding factor right there.
Because if you could make the TV facing the shower, my big idea is that I want to do a shower karaoke.
Right.
So if I got a screen in my shower, I would want to be able to put the lyrics up there along with the instrumentals so that I could sing and have a concert.
Right. Now, do you ever watch like a show in the shower? Like, do you take your phone and turn it on?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And I have glass, so I put it up on the ledge outside of the shower so my phone doesn't get wet, and I'm able to watch.
So we would have walls on 3 sides, and so I can't see the TV through those
Okay.
walls. Dang it. So there you go. I guess we're not getting a fancy TV outside or in the bathroom because I can't see the TV from the shower.
Outside's where it's at.
Yeah, you got to
great.
go outside.
It's great.
You'll be
Thank
out
you.
there way more.
You just get a little
Kara.
Roku, you get a little Amazon Fire Stick, you plug it in there.
set.
It is incredible.
Uh-huh.
And you don't need to get an expensive TV for outside.
Right.
Because it's going to get messed up.
Exactly.
You're going to have to replace it every 5 years. So just get whatever.
I just use the old stuff. And we can sit there and watch TV inside. It's not a big deal if we have a big
And you
TV
can get a
somewhere
TV
outside.
cover. I got a whole cover thing.
Yeah,
I
I
put
got
it
a
on
TV
there.
cover.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got a cover too.
It's got a little thing for the remote in the back, a little pocket. It's the best. Now I know we are super excited about talking TV here, but you know what got my wife really excited, and I surprised her with this when my Caraway product showed up.
Oh my goodness.
She opened it and she's like, "Is this for me?" It was so nicely packaged. It was luxury at its finest, or at least it appeared to be. And I was like, "Yeah, babe, I thought about you, and I decided to. I even got the right color. I went with the little white."
They're not boring pans.
No.
Like they can show your personality, pots, pans, cookware. It was very cool to get to go on their website and just look at everything that they have. So you know how like sometimes you hear about like chemicals and stuff getting into your pan. Like you don't want to cook your food on these chemicals. Caraway was like, we're not doing that. We're going to give people stuff that can make them feel good while they're cooking, not so that you're like, I don't know if I'm getting some chemicals in here. So their cookware and their bakeware are all non-toxic, so you can make healthier cooking a piece of cake.
You know what I did? I like to test out the non-stick.
Oh, sure.
On these. By the way, their ceramics naturally slick surface means that nothing's going to be sticking on that thing. And I did for the first time ever with my Caraway. Flipped an egg over easy.
There you go. Perfect.
Didn't even break the yolk or nothing.
Over 25,000 people have raved about their Caraway kitchen. Now it's time to try it for yourself. It's eco-friendly. Caraway products release up to 60% less CO2 into the environment compared to traditional non-stick coatings as well.
Our partnership with Caraway Home could not have come at a better time because my wife and I, literally the day before we got this email talking about, hey, we have a brand new sponsor, we were talking about getting a new set because ours are getting old.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And like we have stains that we cannot clean off of them. And so this came around at the perfect time. It's incredible. Ours are navy.
Yep, same.
Incredible.
I went white on it. I
Navy.
went white.
It's incredible.
And you can keep. How long do you keep pans for? You buy something from Caraway, you're keeping
Forever.
it for
Well,
a decade?
The thing is, when you pick up these products from Caraway Home, they were sturdy.
Yeah,
this
I know.
This is not something that you're getting at the bargain store. This is a solid pot, pan, whatever kind that you want to get, baking dish. They're going to last for a very long time, and we want you to love them just as much as we do. Visit carawayhome.com/daddies to take advantage of this limited time offer for 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive just for our listeners. Once again, visit carawayhome.com/daddies or use our code daddies at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. And that's Caraway, carawayhome.com/daddies.
So my daughter had her first ever camping trip.
Awesome.
Was this with like a group of friends, an organization?
Girl Scouts.
Wow. So this is a legit camp out.
Yeah, and I always envisioned my family going camping together.
Yeah.
Right? For the first time, like
You
me,
don't
the
strike me as a
wife.
camp.
Does
Your
your
whole
wife
family.
camp?
That's the thing. We're not campers.
Yeah, y'all are.
Like, I'm not about it.
Was
That's not my
Chloe
life.
looking forward to it?
She was looking forward to it.
If all your friends are going.
Yeah, and honestly, they only went about an hour and a half away.
Mm-hmm.
But I was really, I was nervous about the regular parent things.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be riding in a car with another adult. What if somebody hits them?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't really. I kept. I don't know why, but we think the worst when these things
Sure.
happen. I'm just sitting there.
It's out of your hands.
I couldn't really sleep the first night, and they told them no communication with your parents.
That's
I
I hope they didn't phrase it as no communication with your parents.
mean, if you needed to, but they wanted it to be just like, hey, we're going to go out there and we're going to learn a bunch of stuff, a lot of survival stuff, and we're going to learn how to camp, and it's going to be you and the Girl Scouts, and we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
And so they didn't want girls to constantly, because if one goes, I want to call my mom.
Sure.
Then you got all
You're right.
20
If there's
of
an
them.
emergency, but if it's
Exactly.
I don't want to belittle it, but if it's the run-of-the-mill generic homesickness,
Yeah.
you'll be back in 2 days.
So my daughter came back, and we learned a couple things. I thought this would happen. The first night they were there, she got scared because there was bugs. Her parents weren't there. She's used to a routine with us, and while she's had sleepaways before, these are close in the neighborhood. This was the first time she was really far from us.
Well, and also if you're doing a sleepaway, you're just like at someone's house or
Yeah.
something like that. Like here, she's
out.
in the woods.
You're in the middle of nowhere. It's
Yeah.
dark, and she said,
full tent. Like they had to.
They did a
put up
cabin.
tent and
They
they
did
did
a
a
little
cabin.
cabin.
Okay, cool.
That's great.
They did the cabin
it's
thing,
the
which
best
is
way to
fine.
go first time out.
And apparently my daughter started crying the first night. And this is why I'm glad, and I think they have some good leaders out there. Because as much as I wanted to be there, as much as my wife wanted to be there, I'm glad these ladies were. Because when my daughter started crying, one of the scout leaders came over to her and said, "What's wrong?" One of the girls had heard her crying and said, "Hey, Chloe's in there crying." So she went in there, asked her what was wrong, and she said, "I just really miss my mommy and daddy." And she goes, "Okay, how can I make this better for you?" And she says, "Well, normally my mommy and daddy sing me a song." Now imagine, this isn't your daughter. You might not be used to singing a song for your kids, but unfortunately, that's how I programmed my kids. They are into the music at night. And so she asked Chloe, okay, what do your mommy and daddy sing?
She pulled out her guitar and played Justin Bieber
Right.
just like her dad does every night. You want Post Malone or what do you want?
So that's what Chloe goes. She goes, "Well, my daddy plays the guitar for me and I get to pick a song." And so she goes, "Okay, well, what song?" And she goes, "Like Justin Bieber or Ed Sheeran or Post Malone." And the lady goes, "Yeah, well, that's not in my wheelhouse. What about your mommy?" And she goes, "My mommy sings Somewhere Over the Rainbow for me."
We can all do that.
And this woman sat there on the bed with my daughter and sang her Over the Rainbow until she fell asleep.
That's
the first
that's
night.
beautiful. That's so nice.
That warmed my heart.
Yeah.
That made me happy. That made me feel like we didn't screw up. We sent them
Totally.
on a good trip.
Yeah. Did you try to get out ahead of it? Did you know ahead of time, like, hey, we probably should talk about some homesickness, or do you just kind of let them go?
You let them go, man, because I didn't want her to even think about it.
Just try to back
If it happens,
out, yeah.
it happens. Yeah, I didn't want her to think that there was going to be a time where she was going to feel those emotions. I wanted her to
Interesting.
just be in the moment. And
Yeah.
so we didn't bring it up to her. We just let her go.
I think, like, just as you were telling that story, my first thought was, oh, when Quaid goes away to a camp, when Quaid goes away to something over the weekend, I should tell him ahead of time, okay, there's going to be a point where you get a little homesick. But I didn't think to go as far as that might scare him before he even leaves the house.
Maybe in my head, and I don't know what's right. Maybe a child therapist can help us with this. But in my head, I'm feeling like I'm setting him up for failure if I'm telling them you're gonna feel this way, because that's what they hear. If you say you might feel
Yeah.
this way, they're gonna think, oh no, I'm gonna feel that way because my dad said I might feel this way.
Because I think that I was not given enough information about my emotion, like how I'm going to feel in this particular time. Not particularly going on camping trip.
Yeah.
I just think that it's like, hey, no one told me, hey, when you walk into school, you're going to feel awkward, but everybody else feels awkward on day one, too.
That's fine.
That is fine?
That is fine. Yeah, because everybody feels awkward. Not every kid's going to feel the homesickness. Some kids are just built different.
Yeah.
But at school, yeah, dude, if you tell Quaid, hey, man, you might feel a little different at school. You might feel weird, but guess what? Everybody's feeling that. That's fine.
Well, I go back and forth between like just letting him live life and be surprised and like not tell him what's going to happen. Or do I go, hey, I see that you are blind and you're walking towards a cliff. Should I let you know that you're walking towards a cliff?
I would like to know if I was blind and I was walking towards a cliff.
I know, but what's a cliff and who is it? How blind is it? I don't know.
How high is this cliff? Is there water underneath?
Totally.
You know,
there's so many extra variables.
Sometimes we need to fall.
And what we think might scare our kids might not scare them at all.
Didn't care about it. Doesn't matter.
But something we don't think is going to scare them will.
Yeah.
So
of
it's
course.
just all up in the air.
I did have a proud moment, too, when she came home. All weekend long, I was asking Case and her big brother, who always picks on her, and he's kind of a jerk at times to her, as most brothers are. And he tells me, he's like, hey, that's what brothers do. I asked him, I said, hey, do you miss your sister? Over and over. I kept asking him throughout nah, I don't miss Chloe. Nah, I'm happy I'm by myself. And he was enjoying being the only child.
Of course.
But occasionally he'd be like, oh, I wish Chloe was here to eat at this restaurant with us. Oh, I wish Chloe was here to watch. We watched The Blind Side with Kason. I wish Chloe was here to watch this movie. She would like this. And when she came home, they sat down on the couch and we were getting ready because we went to the Justin Bieber concert. And I walk out and they are sitting on the couch and Chloe is cuddled up on Kason's chest and he has his arm around her. And I didn't say anything.
Adorable.
I just took it in and I just sat there like peeping Tom and I watched. You don't get these moments with your kids very often, and I just wanted to take it. I didn't even want to take a picture. I didn't want them to know. And I finally, after about 30 seconds, walked out there and I said, hey, you did miss your sister. And he looked at her and he shoved her. And he goes, I did it. Jerk.
Hey, we got this really great email from someone, and I didn't get their name in the email, so I apologize.
Send us your names when you write
I apologize. So they said who they think our children are going to grow up to be like who in pop culture
Okay.
our kids are going to be like.
I like this game.
So
I think
this person did
on spec without knowing
our sons. She said, I want to rank y'all, but that's been done before. I think y'all are all great dads. This is just a little different. So here's what your kids are going to be like. Kason will be like Jack Pearson from This Is Us.
Oh, you're about to make me cry.
Sensitive, thoughtful, a family man that would do anything for his family.
Now, here's why that kind of hurts me, though, because Jack Pearson's dad was a complete jerkwad.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jack's dad was bad. You're the jerk.
Yeah, I'm the jerk dad. But no, that is the biggest compliment you could say about my son.
They said that Davis is going to be like Ferris Bueller. Davis is my kid. He's easygoing, living life, a bit of a troublemaker, but all in good fun.
Has great friends.
Confident, is going to do great things. And the best for last.
That's right.
Trey.
Thank you, no-named emailer.
Did you ever watch The League?
Yeah.
Okay. She said this. She really says, I mean this in highest esteem.
Okay, good.
Quaid is going to be like Rodney Ruxin.
I love Ruxin. Ruxin's the best one.
Sarcastic, smart as a whip, hilarious, competitive, but he's a touch of a germaphobe, forever unclean. That's what Rodney always says.
I like it. I like all of it.
It's very much. It's basically Trey.
And she said, "That's right. You're a little bit of a germaphobe too." And she said that I hope you guys take that well, and you guys can decide where you rank from that.
That is great. Thank you so much. And I am a bit of a germaphobe. I worry a little bit about what goes into my body. You know what I mean?
Should.
And you got to keep things healthy. I mean, I'll throw in a lot of candy. I know that, but you got to offset the bad with the good. That's the reason I also take Athletic Greens every morning. Scoop of Athletic Greens right into 12 ounces of water. I shake it up and I down it. My multivitamin is complete for the day. So within Athletic Greens, there are 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens.
I don't know what that is, but I bet it's really good for you.
It gets my morning started right every single day. The special blend of ingredients, it supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy. It is, I'm telling you, my favorite multivitamin I've ever taken. I've been taking a multivitamin for a decade.
Yeah.
It's really a game changer.
And it's first thing in the morning, you're done the rest of the day, and you're probably thinking, oh, no, this is... How much is this going to cost me, right? It always comes down with how much. It's going to cost you less than $3 a day. Again, to get all this nutritional value at the beginning of your day so that you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, like we already said, 75 high-quality vitamins and different ingredients. Have you ever stood at a vitamin aisle in the store, and they're all
confusing.
so expensive.
It's confusing.
It's confusing. You don't know where to start. It's all right there. The best way to start your day.
And I've noticed already that my sleeping has gotten better. I feel
Sure.
more energized, and it's because of what we're putting into our bodies.
And improving that gut health doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help you.
And Athletic Greens is making it easy. They're going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you got to do, go to athleticgreens.com/daddies. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/daddies. Take ownership of your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
And what is that? Sounds like a healthy little dog right there.
We all have dogs in our Chatty Daddies family.
I have 2 dogs.
I have one. Trey, how many dogs you got?
I have one.
You have one? So when you look at that bag of dog food, you see a lot of pictures of like carrots, steaks, and then when you open the bag, it's nasty, it smells, it's gross. And so our friends at The Farmer's Dog really started thinking differently about dog food.
Yeah, look, eating processed food for every meal is not healthy for us humans, and it's also not healthy for dogs. But we've been tricked into believing that highly processed kibble is healthy food. But how about we try something fresh for our dogs? And let me tell you this. I think my dogs are addicted to The Farmer's Dog.
The meals are arriving in pre-portioned, ready-to-serve packs, and because they're delivered on your schedule, you're never going to run out. So you think you're getting low on it? Boom, another one shows up at your door.
It has my dog's names on it. I have
really
2 dogs.
sweet.
It says Coco's Food, Piper's Food.
It's really nice.
It is beautiful.
And their food is real, it's fresh, it's healthy. Whole meat and vegetables are in every pack. They're gently steamed in human-grade conditions to preserve their nutritional value.
You know, my dogs, when I gave them, from the first one, my dog Piper was left licking the bowl for about 20 minutes after she finished eating. She liked it so much.
Give your dog what they deserve. You can get 50% off your first box of fresh, healthy food at thefarmersdog.com/daddies. Plus, you get free shipping. All you got to do is go to thefarmersdog.com/daddies to get 50% off. That's thefarmersdog.com/daddies.
So we are back now on the Chatty Daddies. Trey had to step away. He has some important business to handle. He's actually a producer on another podcast, so he had to run and go produce them. So he's busy.
We all know what's more important to Trey.
Exactly.
It's not this podcast, apparently.
He probably makes more money doing the other
With the other one, that's fine.
And so we have 2 very special guests on the show. So joining JC and I is my mom, Beverly. Hello.
Hello.
And then JC's mom, Patty, is on the phone too.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
My mom couldn't be here because she lives in another state.
Live in another state, and my mom lives down the road.
And our budget doesn't allow for plane tickets yet for the podcast, but we'll get there one day.
So
there you go.
we're celebrating Mother's Day this weekend, and so we wanted to talk to our moms because they're so special to us in our lives.
Yeah.
And so, Mom, are either of y'all nervous right now?
No, I'm not.
Probably a little for me.
I mean, I'm not saying you should be. We don't have any...
Why are you
crazy-
nervous, Beverly? What do you think's going to happen? You think we're going to surprise you with something or something?
No, not me. I just don't like my voice. And so,
Oh, you feel self-conscious about it? Well, you have a wonderful, soothing voice, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Did you ever get mad at Nick to where you had to raise your voice?
Oh, never.
Oh, really?
Never.
Mom, would you like to answer that question?
No.
Okay, so since we're on this topic, I don't know what this answer is, but I know that I was not the easiest child to raise. I had anger issues and things like that. Mom, can you think of the maddest you ever got at me? And I know there's several, so that's putting you on the spot.
Oh, goodness. Many with you and your brother.
Does any come to mind?
The first one that popped into your head.
Probably when his brother was asked to help him with homework.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick would not cooperate. It didn't matter what his brother said. He would not cooperate. He was not going to do it. And his brother was really doing him a favor and me a favor by helping him, but he would not. And he was just so horrible to his brother. And his brother got so mad that he turned around and he punched a hole in the wall.
What? You made your brother punch a hole in the wall?
He was helping me.
Yes.
And I wouldn't listen to him. I don't know why.
Because you're the younger brother and you don't want to
It's
listen.
a combination of being the younger brother. Anything my brother says sucks. And it was math. And my brother was good at math. I was not. So there was a lot of things that were frustrating me. And my brother punches a hole in the wall. That's fine. He should. And how did you fix that?
I put a cross over it.
She hung a cross over it.
Jesus fixed everything, Beverly.
Let's just make a cross wall. This is fine.
We'll let the Holy Spirit activate on this hole, and hopefully it'll feel
I
it up.
was so upset. I was so upset.
Yeah.
And I really wasn't necessarily the hole. It was just how irritating Nick was.
With his brother?
Oh, my goodness, yes.
And so, Miss Chavez, same question to you. Do you remember getting just furious with Jose?
Now, real quick, Mom, before you answer. Would you say Nick claims to be a difficult child? What do you think I was? Because I truly don't know the answer to that. I feel like I was easy.
Well, you were. I mean, honestly, you were.
Okay.
You were a really good kid, and we would get compliments, from other parents and stuff. Okay. But there was this one time that we were really mad at you.
Okay.
That you went and TP somebody's house. Remember?
No.
And
how old was I? 14 or something? Oh, TP'd. I thought you said pee-peed.
Oh, I heard TP.
No.
I thought
you pee-peed on someone's house?
I was like, man, whose house did I pee-pee on?
TP'd.
TP'd, toilet papered.
Yes. And the dad called us, and he said he saw your truck.
Yeah.
Remember?
Uh-huh.
And so I made you go back to help him clean up.
Yeah.
And nobody else showed up. And you came back, you were kind of angry. And you were like, Mom, I was the only one. You guys made me go, and nobody else made their kids go. But then I told you, I know. And he goes, how do you know? And I'm like, because the dad called us back again, telling us that we did an excellent job, with you, and that you were the only one that showed up. And he came out and helped you out clean.
Yeah.
So you were like, oh, Mom, he came out. He was so nice. And I'm like, see, you don't do that. And if you do, you fix it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was one of the times that we got like, mad at
That's
you.
the time I got caught TPing. But my favorite time that I didn't get caught TPing is I had a best friend named Shiloh. She was my friend that was a girl. And I TP'd her house. Me and my friends TP'd her house. And Shiloh's mom used to always hook us up with snacks. So then after TPing the house, we knocked on the door. And we're like, Shiloh, somebody TP'd your house. And her mom invited us in and fed us.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was cool. But then we helped her clean up because we were idiots and we were at the house, and she asked us to help her. So but we were the culprits that did it.
I definitely remember other people telling my parents, like, wow, Nick is so nice and well-behaved. How frustrating did that make you, knowing that I was nice to everyone else?
It's like, I wish he would act like that here.
Mm-hmm.
And get
same
along
here.
with his brother. Although going back to the TP, I guess maybe I should confess I was one of the moms that took the kids to TP.
You were the TP driver?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
My mom would never. My mom was such a goody-goody. Still is.
No.
We did know not to roll. I called it rolling.
Right.
We knew not to roll my friend Philip's house. Philip was my age, my best friend. His older brother is my brother's age, and they also have an older brother. So they have tons of kids in the community. And if you rolled their house, their parents would call you to come pick it up at any hour of the night. So if his dad woke up at midnight and saw, and everyone would get up, they'd have to figure it out and go clean it up right then.
Wow. They were like detectives.
So, okay, on the flip side, the angriest, was there ever a time when you were really proud of us?
What is your proudest moment with Nick, Beverly?
I think it has to be when he graduated from A&M.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a very proud moment because he tells the story back in junior high that I told him that he would never be able to go to college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a big
but
rift.
that's not true.
We each
I
have
never
different
said that.
versions of the same story.
So you think your mom got mad at you and told you you're never going to amount to anything and you're never going to get to college?
And now, I'm not saying she was wrong in my side of things. I wasn't making good grades. I wasn't applying myself. From what I remember, she said, almost like as if I wasn't in the room, like, I think maybe she was talking to my dad or my brother, like, he's not going to be able to go to a 4-year school. That's what I remember.
And that motivated you.
And sort of.
Sometimes it goes the other way, though.
Yeah, sort of. It's like, okay, I just won't apply. And so that's one of our big riffs of we have a disagreement on that conversation.
So he was struggling with school in middle school and applied himself after
Of course,
a little fight and did it.
He wasn't trying.
Uh-huh.
He was definitely not trying in middle school, junior high.
And I wasn't a great student. Even when I did apply myself, I was still making A's, B's, and C's.
Yeah.
He was very average.
Yeah.
That's so good.
But he could have applied himself and done much
Probably.
better.
But I was applying myself in other areas. I was very involved in different extracurricular activities. I did a lot of theater and student council. You're talking to the student body treasurer here, everybody.
Look at him. He knows
I did
money.
a bunch of plays.
For someone who hates math so much, why did you become treasurer?
Because that was the race I knew I could win. I saw
Nobody
who was
wanted to do
running,
it.
and I said, I
you.
can win that one.
Okay.
Now, Ms. Chavez, what about you? What's a moment when you're really proud of your son, Jose?
There was a lot of proud moments, and from school, he was a very good student. Teachers would call us to tell us, that he did great in tests and stuff. But I think the proudest was when he actually got the job working at the radio station. And because I never thought in my wildest dreams that he would do something like that, because he tended to be like kind of shy when he was younger. And I never thought that he was going to be what he does now, and for him to move to Texas and do what he's been doing, I mean, it really makes us proud, to see him with his family and doing so well. So I think that's what makes us the proudest. We're really proud of him all in all, really. I mean, he was a really good student. He was always good in school. And in general, he was a good son, so, yeah.
And I also have to imagine there's an added layer to that story. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but, you guys moved to the U.S. from Mexico when JC was
we're immigrants.
5-6 years old.
8. I was 8.
And so you have a son. 6. You have a son who's literally living that American dream that you guys moved here for.
Exactly. And I mean, both of them, that's what we wanted for both of them. And I'm not saying that he was not capable of doing a lot being in Mexico, but it was kind of a sacrifice, because we left everything. And back then we did it for him because Alexa was not here yet. But
that's my sister.
It was, we're really proud to see that both of them are doing really good, and everything was worth it, I mean, it was worth it.
And on the flip side, because I know it's Mother's Day and we're honoring our moms, I will say that moving to another country was scary as a kid, but I don't recall ever feeling afraid of us failing here, if that makes sense. Even though we stayed at some random lady's house on her living room floor in the hood for the first few months, and I don't know how much money did we move here with, Mom? Like, not very much.
It was like I think we had like $6,000.
$6,000
suitcases.
So yeah, and no place to stay. But I never, they just got to work and did whatever it took to make sure that I didn't.
The attitude of
have
your
to worry
mom
about that. Yeah, it's not until you get older when you start realizing, oh crap, they were putting in some work out there for us.
So I imagine when you're figuring out that you have kids, you're growing, your family is growing, I assume there's probably some like goals, some ideals that you would want to instill in your kids, right? I mean, I know that comes up. Was there anything that, like, Mom, did you say like, okay, we may not accomplish all these goals, but is there something that you would hope that we would grow up with or have like a value instilled in us?
Oh, a good work ethic.
Yeah.
I think both your dad and I, we were never given anything. We've always worked very hard. And for that, and just treating others like you would want to be treated. I go back to the golden rule all the time. That's so important because it will service you wherever you go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure there were a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I have a good work ethic because I definitely remember my parents, not that they were like never home, but I remember y'all were always working. Like y'all were always doing something with your career and things like that. So yeah, I feel like I have a good work ethic.
My wife asks me all the time where she thinks I got the drive, because I don't know if it's in your genes or if it's hereditary or where it comes from, but some people have it, some don't. And I truly just think it's because I got to see my dad working 2 to 3 jobs and not high paying, but hard work. I saw my mom having to take the bus to go be you're a bus girl at the yacht club at the Marriott because it paid a little bit better in tips than a job close to our apartments. I remember seeing my parents hustle and how hard they worked. I said, if I apply that towards a career where I can start from the bottom and get to the top, I can get it. So I think,
And
they instilled that in us.
Same
just
with
watching.
our folks. As you know, there's times where we had great jobs, and there's times where those jobs weren't around anymore, and they had to figure it out, and they did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
where it started for Nick was I could see when he turned around is when his brother left for college. He just came into his own. He didn't have his big brother over him anymore, and so you never had to tell him to get up in the mornings. He was always up and out, and he would stay gone and work. He worked very hard at theater. He was very involved in theater. And we thought, oh, this is just a phase, but he loved it so. And I would say, well, you can skip this practice. You can skip this rehearsal for a family. No. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
there was
no.
one time my cousin was in a wedding, and I was an usher for the wedding, and it was an hour away, and I knew when auditioning for the play, like, that's the night of my cousin's wedding, and I told our director, and he said, we'll figure it out. And I think they pushed it back an hour for me
because
so
you don't
I
want
could
to
be in the play. So I went and made sure grandma had a seat at the wedding, and then I drove an hour back and walked on stage.
I was the same way. I hated missing practices or games, anything. I couldn't miss anything. But Mom, I'll ask you this: was there any because as parents, Nick's mom Beverly had that moment where he was in middle school and Nick says she claimed he was not going to make it to a 4-year school. Was there ever a time where you were worried that I was not headed down the right path?
Yes.
When?
Well, I remember that when you were in high school, different people would go to the classrooms to talk about the careers that they were in, like if they were a lawyer or they were accountants or doctors. And you would come back home and you would be like, I know what I want to be. I want to be an accountant because so-and-so's dad is an accountant and he's making a lot of money. And then you would come and say, oh, I want to be a lawyer. And then you wanted to be in law enforcement. And I was like, oh, my God. I mean, your dad and I would talk and we're like, okay, what does he want to do? You were not going in one direction. You were going everywhere.
I wanted to be everything.
Yeah, you wanted to be everything. So it was like, oh, my gosh. And you got into San Diego State. And I was like, you started for computer engineering, I think.
Yep.
And then you were saying that you ended up saying you wanted to be a nurse. I was like, oh, my God. I mean, this is not right. You have to make up your mind. And see, we come from Mexico. In Mexico, you decide back then, I don't know now, but you would decide what you wanted to be. And from the very beginning, for example, I studied psychology. And from the very first semester, all the classes you have is related to psychology. So, and then it would be for 4 years like that. You would go to school every single day. Like me, I was going every day from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day because in the mornings I was working and everything was psychology. But when he would come and he would be changing, I was so worried because I was like, oh my God, I mean, he's going to restart everything, but that's not how it goes here. So I couldn't understand that. And I was really, really worried.
They tell you to try everything here in the States.
Yeah.
Find what you love. And you know what would help a lot with this? One of our sponsors for the podcast, these are awesome little kits that they will send the kids every month with different projects. And this is where your kid might find that they really love math or they really love science or they love world travel because every kid is going to be different.
Yeah, KiwiCo delivers monthly science and art projects that celebrate a child's natural curiosity and sparks a love for lifelong learning. With KiwiCo, kids are going to explore different STEAM options each and every month, ranging from rainbows to rocket ships and everything in between.
And the cool thing is that everything comes in your crate. It's there right there in the box. You don't have to go to the grocery store. You don't have to come up with any ideas.
Nope.
Let KiwiCo handle all the hard stuff for you.
Could you imagine if we had to try and come up with like a science project for our kids right now?
I can't even come up with stuff to do on the weekends with my kids, let alone come up with projects. So let KiwiCo handle that for you. And it's going to bring you closer because you could do these projects with your kids. And when they get older, like my kids, they can read the instructions.
Yeah.
They're super easy to follow. Now they just open up their crates and they get to work and they come and show me what they learned, and then I feel dumb.
Yeah, so do your part. Encourage your children to be innovators and creative thinkers. Your kids are not going to believe what they can actually build and accomplish with KiwiCo. They're going to get the tools to learn new skills, build new experiences, and make new connections to the broader world.
Step into spring and celebrate the season of discovery at KiwiCo.com. Get your subscription. You'll get 30% off your first month plus free shipping with any crate line with the code DADDIES at KiwiCo.com. That's 30% off your first month at KIWICO.com. Promo code DADDIES.
So we're talking about careers and stuff just now. Mom, I'm wondering, what was your dream growing up? What did you want to be when you were a little girl?
I wanted to be a teacher.
Yeah? You didn't, but why didn't you do that?
Well, when I graduated from high school, I decided I just need a break. I'm
Sure.
going to take a year. I'm going to take a gap year is what they call it now.
Uh-huh.
But I was going to go to North Texas, and that just didn't seem like that's what I wanted to do. So my aunt at the time worked for an aircraft insurance company, and she said, "Why don't you come work for the summer for me?" Well, I got to this insurance company. I was making money, and I was learning all sorts of life lessons. And so it was fun. I mean, we went to happy hour every other day, and, it was like, oh, this is fun. So then it was like, oh, I don't think I want to go to school.
Yeah, going back
You're
into
already
school.
working.
No. So I got my own apartment. I bought a car. I was living the life. And so I stayed there for a little while, and then I worked at Love Field, and I saw Southwest Airlines, and I said, oh, I think I'll go apply for something there. And I went and applied there, and then I stayed 26 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
made a ton of your best friends still.
Yeah.
Best friends. Great.
But you wanted to be a teacher.
Wanted to be a teacher.
You know what's crazy? My mom was a teacher when I was... Mom, when did you start teaching? How old were you? You were like 18 when you started teaching, I feel like, or 19.
I was 19, yes. I was 19.
She was a teacher at 19 years.
after you
Mexico's
were born.
wild.
My cousins look back and they tell stories on me. I was always the teacher when we got together, and we were all really close growing up. And I was the teacher, and I would take a ruler and hit their hands. And
Yeah.
and every book that we had in a bookcase always had, I graded all the books. I would use them as books. And so when my mother would go through these books, I would have 100, or I'd have the whole page X'd out. I was always the teacher. So.
Aw. Mom, did you take that teaching job because they gave you tuition for me? Is that why you took that job, if I remember correctly?
Well, no, actually, I mean, because when you were born, I was still in school. I needed to finish high school. So the only thing I could do was teach English, because I was not like a teacher, like to be a teacher in Mexico, you also have to go through school and everything to be a teacher.
Oh, okay.
But since I was just a teacher as a second language teacher, that's why I was able to get that job. And I don't know if you remember the principal of the school, Professor Ramos. He was the owner of the school, and when I went in to apply for the job, he was the only one that believed in me, because I went to different schools, and there was this one place the lady told me, no, just go back and take care of your child. You're not ready yet, She was really rude. But then I went with him, and I told him I really need a job. And he said, okay, I'm going to give you the chance to be a teacher here, but you have to promise me something. And I'm like, yes. And he's like, you're going to go and get your teachers, which was a certificate of that you could teach English as a second language. So at the time I was working, I was going to school myself, and so the only day that I could do that was Saturdays.
Ooh.
So I went on Saturdays mornings to take these classes to get my teacher's certificate, because he gave me 6 months, and he told me, if you don't bring me that certificate in 6 months, that's it. So I went for 6 months and I got the certificate, came back, and I gave him that. So when you turned 5, that's when you could start going to that school. I asked him, and because of my hard work, and he was really happy.
And I was
with
really cute.
me, and you were really cute. He said yes, but he told me don't say anything because back then he would only give half the tuition to teachers. So
I got full
for
tuition.
me, it was a full scholarship
Otherwise,
for you.
it wouldn't have been good for the school.
No.
The public schools in Mexico are no bueno.
Yeah.
Nah, not the best.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, and this was a private school, and he had 1 hour of English class every day, which helped a little bit.
A little bit.
And so, yeah, it was good. But then there was a point that you were not meeting you were supposed to have good grades to be able to have the full scholarship, and so you were having some issues in preschool. But
Here, let me say this before my mom goes into this. You're thinking preschool, like how dumb is Jose? How dumb is JC? He can't freaking pass preschool, right? Like he doesn't know red and yellow and like what's going on here. What shape doesn't he know? This school would give us like 2 hours of homework.
What?
I was doing
True.
math in preschool.
Wow.
I was doing
Yes.
division and multiplication, and we were learning how to write in cursive. This was preschool, but on steroids. Like I was doing second grade in preschool.
No.
Sorry, he
But
doesn't know long
no.
division.
Yeah.
Divisions was in second grade. When he got here, like the teacher talked to me and she was like, he said genius. I mean, and I'm like, no. He's very smart, but he already knows this because he already, they taught it to him in Mexico. And, so that's because here in third grade, they were just doing adding, and subtracting. And he already
Mastered
knew
it.
how to multiply divisions and everything.
So I now have a witness, Nick. When I claim that I'm a genius,
You
I
are.
want you to know that at one point in my life, a teacher said I was a genius.
Yes.
I was just basically redoing what I learned in Mexico. But
Yeah, that's good.
Isn't that crazy? So I want to ask you moms this question as well, because I know we talked about the time you've been the most angry at us. We've asked you about the time you've been most proud of us. But I want you to go back when we were little. What is your favorite memory?
Ooh, good
What is your
question.
favorite memory of Nick from when he was, let's say, 12 and under? When he was little Nick.
Yeah. I know at one point I was dropped on my head at a McDonald's, so I can't remember too far back when
It's
I was
okay,
a
Nick.
baby.
I was left on the road one time by my mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I was abandoned by my mom and my uncle. They took off. Left me there in the
No.
stroller.
Hey, we're still here, though.
Yeah, they left a free baby sign on my stroller just in case anybody wanted it. No, they just forgot me.
No.
Do you remember a fun memory with me, Mother?
I don't know how fun it was, but we moved into the house actually that we're still in right now. And Nick was 3. And one morning I had to get up at 3:40 every morning. And so when I got up and started to leave for work, the front door was open. And I went and got his dad. It's like, the front door is open. We hadn't turned the alarm on. And what is going on, And so we shut the door. Well, when Nick got up, do you boys know anything about the front door? And Nick said that he went out to play with frogs. And we tried to, figure this out. Well, right in front of our front door, there was a little flower bed, and the sprinkler little contraption was there, and it kind of gathered water. And so frogs would come in there.
Oh, that's cool.
So he opened up the front door in the middle of the night, came from upstairs, opened the front door, went out, and I guess he played with frogs
I guess.
and went back upstairs. So where I did not witness it, just the whole story, and it must have been true. So we immediately started turning the alarms on, when we went to bed.
Yeah. Good thing we have those Ring doorbells now and alarms and everything.
man.
So yeah, they would have been in trouble back then if we'd have had those.
If you would have known, if you would have seen what they were up to.
I'm sure many things.
Well, Patty, what's a fond memory you have of JC when he was in his younger years?
You know what? I loved back then, I mean, we didn't have the videos, and stuff, so we would just record in the tapes. Remember, Jose? Like, we would just tape him, like, singing, because he would like singing. And I would tell him to do things, and then he would be like, he would tell me that he couldn't do it, but he would say it with like his little voice, like, no puedo, mama. But he would be like that, so sweet, and he would put his hand on my cheek, and he would stare in my eyes and say, no puedo. Like, I can't, mommy, I can't. And I'm like, but that is recorded in one of the tapes.
Oh, we got to find it.
I have it somewhere. I think I put it in your box, Jose, that I'm saving for you. But he was so sweet. Like, he couldn't, because I always told them, do not say I can't. Always try. Maybe it's not going to be your best, but just try. Don't say I can't.
No puedo, mama.
But for him, it was like, how can I explain to her? So he was so sweet, and he would just touch my cheek, and he would be, no puedo, mommy. He was so sweet.
That is cute.
Oh, man, good times.
That is cute.
Cute.
Good times.
Yeah.
I did have a full circle moment. Remember when I tried to run away that one time, Mom? And I was trying to walk out, and Dad was like, no, you can't walk out. I bought those clothes. Those are my clothes.
Oh, yeah.
So he made me take I was 5. I remember this. So he made me take, this is in Mexico City, where you should not be walking around the streets. So I'm like, okay. So I took off my shirt and my pants, and I'm just in my underwear. And I did that hobo stick thing where you have the stick with a little like blanket, and I think I had put my Ninja Turtles in there.
Yeah.
That was it. That's all I needed.
That's all you need.
And my teddy bear. And I had them ready to go.
True, that's true.
And I'm in my whitey tighties, just walking out my chones. And my dad stops me and goes, hey, hold on, bro. I bought those as well. And I go, oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, you did? Okay. So I was like, sure. So I took my underwear off, and now I'm standing there, 5-year-old, naked me, with my little hobo stick, with my Ninja Turtles and my bear. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm still running away, so bye.
See ya.
And I walked outside, and I stood out in the front of the house we're staying at, naked. And I saw the first, because there's a lot of mangy dogs, like just dogs running around in Mexico. Like they're just homeless dogs, wild dogs. First one that rolled up on me, I was like, oh, nope. I started ringing the doorbell.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm back from running away. I did that to my kids.
Naked and afraid.
Except, I was naked and afraid.
That's right.
But my kids didn't even fall for it. Like, as soon as I said, those are the clothes I bought, take them off, my son was like, oh, no, I'm good. I'll stay.
Yeah, whatever. It's cool.
He didn't want to run away.
I go play some video games.
Yeah, he didn't go all the way with it. I did. I went all the way with it.
Oh, well, let me tell you, I mean, now that you're saying that, I remember when we first got here to the U.S., you were in school, and they would give you, I think the police officer was there in the school, and they would tell you, if you're being abused, you have to call 911 and blah, blah, blah. And one time I got mad at you, and I was reprimanding you or something, because I didn't used to, like, hit them or anything, but then he started saying, I'm going to call the police because you're abusing me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you're abusing me. They told me in school that I can call 911. And I went like, okay, go ahead and call. And he's like, he just stared at me like, what? And I'm like, go ahead and call. You know what they're going to do? They're going to take you away, and, you know, you're going to go with God knows who, and go ahead and call. And he was like, with the phone in his hand, and I'm like, go ahead, call. And he hung up. He never did it again.
You ever threatened to call 911, Nick?
I did call 911. Just nothing. I wasn't in trouble.
Your mom?
No, I was just like in my room, and I had the phone. I was like, I'm going to call 911. And I called 911, and I just
What
hung
you
up.
doing?
No, I just hung up right away. And I didn't say anything. And 10 minutes later, knock on the door.
Oh, my God.
And I remember my dad answering the door, and he was like, Nick, can you come down here? I was like, yeah, did you call 911? Yeah. And they're like, okay. The police officer was like, you got to take it seriously. They said what they needed to say, and I was pretty embarrassed.
How old were you then?
I don't know, less than 10. I'm not sure.
Elementary school age.
I'm not sure. No. But I do remember one time my mom spanked me. I don't remember how old I was, but she spanked me, and it didn't hurt. And I laughed.
Oh, that's not what you do, Nick. You
It
gotta
wasn't.
act. You gotta flop, bro.
Yeah. I wasn't laughing when Dad came home, and then he finished the job. And that wasn't good.
The best discipline, though, was when they would fight. The two boys would fight, and they did fight a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a church pew in my entry hall, and I used to make them sit there together. And first, I started making them hold hands and sit together on the bench.
No, not the holding hands.
But and then 10 minutes later, 5 minutes later, they would be laughing and hitting each other again. So it worked.
Yeah, that was a good that was a good punishment.
It really was.
Yeah, it really was. So I'm gonna have to try and adopt that for my kids, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think my kids would do that. I'm gonna have to get the same shirt thing though. That might be
a
it.
big shirt that they have to.
Yeah,
sit
the same. Yeah, the buddy shirt. I think they call
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's a good one to do. I like it. Well, if you're listening to this podcast and you're sitting there going like, I really appreciate the chatty daddies and you give it and the compliments we receive, it's because of these women that we had on the show today. Mm-hmm. And we'll add Trey's mom as well, but he couldn't be here. But it's because of you guys that we turned out to be the men who we are today. And we just wanted to highlight you guys and your memories of us because you did something right, mamas.
Yep.
You did something right. We're not in jail. We did it.
And like we've said several times, it was not the easiest kid, and I figured out since having kids that karma's real.
It is real.
My son is not the easiest person to deal with, and so after experiencing what might just be a fraction of what my parents went through, I'm sorry, Mother. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, but thank you for everything that you've done for me, Mom. I love you. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Nick. I love you too.
And same thing to my wife. She's not here, but
she's a mother too.
JC and I are lucky, and Trey, we're all lucky enough to have
great
wonderful women in our lives. My wife's name is Blair. JC's name is Kinsey, and Trey's wife's name is Kara. And we all have kids. We're happy, and it's all because of our wives and the women in our lives.
And I will tell you this, Mom. I remember you telling me all those times when I was a teenager and wanting to go, or not even, when I was like 8, 9, 10 and wanted to go hang out with my friends all the time. And I would get mad at you because you wanted me to stay home. And you would say, one day you will understand why I always want you around. Mm-hmm. You'll know how much I love you. One day when you have kids, you'll understand why I don't want you to go to your sleepovers because I want to hang out with you. You were right. You were right, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. I'll admit it.
Everything you said when I was a kid, where one day you'll know once you have a kid of how much love you feel. You were right, and I want to tell you that. So it took me a few years to admit that, but I got you.
Well, we love both of you. Thank you so much for everything you do, and happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Love you.
Thank you. Love you.
Thank you.
Love you, Beverly.
Thank you,
Love you, Mom.
JC. I love you too.
Bye, Mom.
Bye. Love you.
Mwah.
That was it.
This thing is huge.
Easy.
The headphones?
Yeah, they're weird to get used to. Easy enough, right?
It was easy. I know I sounded like an idiot, but that's okay.
Not at all.
No, you
That's
sounded
okay.
great.
I mean, I think of a million things I could have said after the fact.
Right.
After the fact.
No, you're good.
Everybody thought Nick was going to be a comedian.
I know.
He kind of is. He still tells jokes.
The people, the parents would say, oh my gosh, we love to have a Nick. We love to have a Nick at our house. It was like, okay, yeah,
My mom didn't talk about this, but she was 18 when she had me, so all her friends were really young, and they would come over. In Mexico, the drinking age was 18, still is. Mm-hmm. And they would go over and party at my grandma's house where my mom was, and they would all get wasted, and then my mom would call me down. And I would be waiting up there playing with my toys. And she would call me down, and I'd go down there and tell jokes.
Oh, cool.
So I got to like.
You can't tell all that.
I was like the jester for them.
Oh,
so I would go down there and just
funny.
perform for them for like 5-10 minutes, make them laugh, and then do my curtain call, and then go to sleep. That was every weekend when my mom had friends over, they turned me into like the little jester. I think we have like when we're entertainers, it's just that's just what we are.
I don't remember if I told the story here or on a different podcast. I don't remember. But there was one in like elementary school. They were doing like superlatives one year, like a graduate or an assembly or something at the end of the year. And they were giving away like a class clown award. And my favorite actor still is Jim Carrey. Love him. He's my favorite. Mm-hmm. And the teachers were presenting this class clown award and were saying how funny this person was. And everyone was like, that's you. And then they said, reminds us of Jim Carrey. And I was like, this is
you.
me. Yeah. And they gave it to Eric Budenbaum.
Oh, no.
My best friend. And I was a little salty for a minute.
He was pretty cute, too.
He was very funny. I'm not saying it was.
But not Jim Carrey.
Yes. It was an honor to be nominated that year, I'll have to say.
Yeah, I bet.
So.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us, Beverly.
Thank you.
And no Dad Bop of the Week this week because it's all about the mamas.
That's
But
right.
it'll be back next week, and I got a banger for you. All right, Chatty Daddies and Chatty Mommies. But make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow along. Hit us up on social media at the Chatty Daddies. And let us know if you have any questions or if you want to hear more from our moms. And maybe we'll bring in the dads one of these times.
One day.
You don't know. But thank you so much, and we'll have Trey back next week.
Oh, yeah.